Hi there, CJ Jenkins from Century 21 Cornerstone. Now, have you ever thought about how sweet it would be for you to just walk out of your house and have a 4-mile loop around a beautiful lake filled with lots of fall color? Well, that's what you can do at Lake of the Pines. You can do that 4-mile loop every day, whether it's hot or cold or rainy, and now we're in the fall. So we're going to take a walk on the colorful side of Lake of the Pines, and we're going to do that 4-mile loop. One of the things that we're going to do is, instead of doing it as a walk or run, we're going to use the golf cart to take us around, because it takes me about an hour to do the 4 miles around the lake. And we're going to look at all of the fun things you see when you're walking this 4-mile loop, and also all of the advantages of doing a walk at Lake of the Pines. So here we are on Lakeshore North, and we are going to start our journey. You'll see some beautiful golden trees over here on the left-hand side. On my left are some homes that are actually lakefront homes, and on the right, the homes are on the golf course. We are coming up to Shadow Park. Shadow Park is a nice, flat, level park filled with lots of grass for you to enjoy, and also it has 2 horseshoe pits. Take a look at some of that beautiful fall color. Now, you do notice a little house on Shadow Court, and that little house is a bathroom. We always have 2 bathrooms at every park that we have. One of the things that you can do from Shadow Park is you can launch your kayak, your stand-up paddle board, or you can go for a swim. Now, normally we swim at Lake of the Pines from the end of May to the end of September. So we're still going up Lakeshore North. We're being passed by a speedier golf cart. And one of the things about walking around the lake at Lake of the Pines is that people wave to each other. And you don't have to know who the people are to wave to them. In fact, sometimes you know their dog's name, but you don't know their name. You might be Maisie's mother, or maybe you're Duke's dad, or maybe you are Wazzy's mom. That's me. Anyway, so here we are at Lakeshore North. We're passing Shadow Drive on the left, and we're coming to our second park. Now, the second park is quite a well-known park, and it is called Hazel Park. Sometimes people go by the park numbers, but most of us call it just by the street that it's near, and this is off of Hazel Way. Now, one of the beautiful things about Hazel Park is we have Hazel Pond. We have aerators in the pond. You can see those 3 circles in the water. And the pond is above the lake. So if you live on the pond, you're not going to be able to connect up to the lake. Now, we have 5 new gorgeous pickleball courts. And we have bathrooms there, drinking fountains, places to park, and also a full basketball court. And this parking here has been developed for as many people as possible to be able to park at Hazel Park and then go play pickleball or have soccer practice for the little kids, or play basketball. And we have a sand pit volleyball court. So we do have a hill here going up Lakeshore North. Now, we have sections of this 4-mile loop that are completely flat. So let's say you're coming back from a surgery and you want to just walk a mile that's flat. There are a number of places on Lakeshore North and Lakeshore South where you can do that. And you can always park your golf cart or your car in that park that's nearby and have a place to take off on your walk completely flat for you if that's more comfortable for you. So now we're going to go to my favorite trees every fall. These are a beautiful collection of trees, and you can see why I'm wearing gold today. Of course, we're arriving when the groundskeeper are here, and these are the beautiful trees that we're looking at. Hi. And I was going to go stand in the trees and ask you if you could find me since I'm wearing gold myself. So we're going to take a little tiny detour off of Lakeshore North. And right off of Lakeshore North is our sports lounge, which is where our restaurant is, the bar, the bocce ball courts. We have 2 of them that are very popular, and also the driving range and pro shop. So here over to my right is a beautiful collection of liquid ambers. These liquid amber trees really do turn red or amber or gold. I have 3 of them in my backyard, and each tree seems to be at a different color at a different time. So we've walked about half a mile away from my house right now. That's the driving range, by the way. So we're back on Lakeshore North, and we're passing our 2 tennis courts on the left. By the way, we have 2 more at the clubhouse, some tables for you to sit in the shade, and 2 bathrooms and a drinking fountain. These bathrooms are used by the tennis folks and also the people in this beautiful park, which is Sun Terrace Park. And we see a lot of gold on those leaves of Sun Terrace Park, and a peek of the marina. So we're about 3/4 of a mile so far from my house on Woodhaven. We can see a number of lakefronts being refurbished. Here on my left is another 2 beautiful liquid amber trees. You know, I had the opportunity to show a couple from San Jose a few homes a week ago, and they were so enthralled by the fact that we actually have fall here and the changing of the colors of the leaves on the trees. They just wanted to stop and take some pictures. Here we have on the left a view of our clubhouse and the marina. So we're still on Lakeshore North, and we're going to now take a left-hand turn, and we are going to go down the dam hill. Now, one of the things about the dam path right here, and this is where people might get lost, you always, to do your 4-mile loop, is you want to take the dam path. Now, this is a steep path. If you go the other way and come up the dam hill, you get to say, "Damn, I made it up that hill," because you can really feel it on your thighs and your quads. So now we're doing the easy way of doing the walk, and this is going down what we call the dam path. because as we get to the bottom of this, we're going to actually reach our dam. Now, some folks have just been clearing some trees here on the path, so it looks a little bit messier than normal, but we are very conscious about fire safety. We are a fire-wise community, and one of the things that we want to make sure is that we remove our trees close to our home and other areas of concern. So we're just going to pull over here for just a second and let a golf cart pass us. And you can see that on my left we have some gorgeous views of the lake. And on the right we have views of the golf course. And when we look down at the golf course, you're also going to see at the edge of the path, the dam path, that there is our magical rock snake. In fact, I have a show on the rock snake. It was 300 and something feet long. And this all happened during COVID at the beginning for people to paint a rock and add it to our rock snake and share our artistic thoughts with our community. So this is quite a special little snake area here. So I would be about 1 mile right now in my walk around the lake. You can stop on one of the seats here and stretch if you need a good stretch. Or you can come on these seats on the dam when it's sunset and watch a beautiful sunset. Okay. Now we've left Lakeshore North. We've taken the dam path, which we made a left-hand turn. Now we're making a left-hand turn. And this left-hand turn is onto Lakeshore South. Hi there. So to do the walk around the lake, of course, you're going to go on both the lake shores, Lakeshore North and Lakeshore South. Now that we're on Lakeshore South, we still have the same situation in this section where we have houses on the lake on the left and houses on the golf course on the right. Oh, look at some of these pretty colors. Some oranges, yellows, golds. And this is one of my favorite areas, which our dear friends, Donovan and Shelley, their yard has so much color. Look at that gorgeous tree. And even the small tree in front of their window is golden. Very peaceful, pretty. And here is a burst of red coming up here on my right. In just a moment. Hallelujah, look at that gorgeous red. So we're still walking down Lakeshore South, and you'll notice on my left a spillway. Now the spillway is really important. We don't do anything with the spillway, but it's very functional because it lets water out of the lake. And when we have a storm, boy, that is a beautiful gushing stream. On the right, we have a very pretty, right now, kind of quiet stream. But boy, that can get going when we have a storm. On the right again, we have a gorgeous orange tree against a dark gray, newly painted house. And one of the things you'll notice, if you have not been to Lake of the Pines yet, you'll notice that every one of our houses is different than the house next door. Everyone is different. We developed as a vacation community, and these were lots of weekenders who came to the lake, and some of them built A-frames and some of them built little tiny homes. And then people decided, oh, it's so beautiful here, and the weather is so agreeable. We're below the snow line at 1,500 square feet and elevation, and we are also above the Sacramento fog. And then people started adding on to their homes, remodeling their kitchens. Sometimes we have a house that is on their third set of kitchen cabinets. And people say, CJ, how did you know that they had 2 other sets of kitchen cabinets before then? And you know what? If you go in the garage and you see 2 sets of kitchen cabinets that are different and they have new ones in the kitchen, then you know they're on their third set of kitchen cabinets. So you shouldn't be worried about the age of a home. It really is more the condition of the home. Some folks might be on their second set of, hi, we're doing a video. Are you putting your Christmas lights up?
What's that?
Are you putting your Christmas lights up?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's sunny and kind of warm.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll look forward to seeing them. That's one of our friends that we play bocce ball with. So here we have some more gold. And as you can see, there's a reason why I wore gold today. Everything I had that was gold, I put on. I have gold socks, gold pants, gold shirt, gold scarf, gold earrings, and I even put on my Hawaiian gold clip. Now here's some of our friends. They're on for a nice fall walk. Are you guys enjoying the colors? Uh-oh. You're in a video. Smile. A big array of gold in this collection right here. And then on my left, a burst of red. That's another liquid amber. And you can see some of the colors across the lake. Looks like somebody's out there fishing today. Okay, so we just passed Park 5. And Park 5 is a really nice park. We have brand new bathrooms there. The bathrooms are large enough to, if you had to bring your dog in while they're on the leash and you need to use the restroom, or if you have a baby buggy with you, you have room to bring the baby buggy into the restroom, take care of business, and still have your child or grandchild near you. So here is a pretty set right here of liquid amber. So I'm on Lakeshore South. We started on Lakeshore North. We did the dam trail. We're not getting lost because we made a left-hand turn. And now we're scooting down Lakeshore South. Hi. That looked like Lena. So where do you walk when you're at Lake of the Pines? You walk on this left-hand side right here behind the white line. Because we're more of a mountain kind of country community, We don't have raised sidewalks, and we don't have street lights at nighttime. So that's kind of cool because the stars are so beautiful. They're so pronounced because there's no light pollution going on. Oh, look at this collection. This is very pretty. Now with all this color, when these leaves fall, there's quite a bit of work in taking those leaves off, but this is a pretty tree right here. Hi there. And here's some more reds on the left. They have a very nice garden. Hi. Oh, I know. I've seen your picture. I don't know. So we're still on Lakeshore South, and we're just going to step off the trail for a minute and see another park. So we didn't see the park at the clubhouse, but we saw Shadow Park, Hazel Park, and the tennis court park, which was Sun Terrace. Hi there. And then we saw Green Valley Park. So we've seen 4 parks already. Now we're going to see the 5th park, which is what we call Park 4. And look at this stellar red tree on my left. Now Park 4 has a really big parking lot. Hi, Sue! Yes! Yeah, we can. We'll be there in a second. So one of the nice things about Park 4 is because it overlooks the golf course and overlooks the lake. This is a great swimming area. We have sand brought in by the association. There are picnic tables and barbecues here and a play structure. We have 3 play structures at Lake of the Pines for kids. This is a great place to fish. So Park 4 is really a nice park because it provides space for you to be able to park your boat. So when we say take a walk on the colorful side, this is what's happening right now at Lake of the Pines, a 4-mile walk. We also had bathrooms at Park 4. And that's what's great. I mean, maybe you just want to walk a little bit in the morning and it's cold, and you'd like to stop somewhere to take care of things. You have a restroom right there. So now we're at the end of Lakeshore South. Here's our sign for Lakeshore South. We're going to make another left-hand turn. Of course, if you come the other way, you're going to make all right-hand turns. And now we're going to turn on Torrey Pines. Torrey Pines is the longest street at Lake of the Pines. It's also named after a famous golf course, Torrey Pines. And Torrey Pines is 5.5 miles long. And so it goes mostly to the outside of the community. And this is as far back as you would be getting from the guard gate. So you have to practice driving 25 miles an hour since we have this very active walking community. We have runners, we have walkers, we have golf carts, we have bicycles, we have baby buggies. We have a couple of people in motorized wheelchairs with flags. So everybody has a place behind this white line, and the traffic is going 25 miles an hour. Now on my left, this is my favorite section of Torrey Pines because these people have a special position on the lake. Behind their homes is the golf course, and then behind the golf course is the lake. So every one of these homes has golf course plus lake views. Pretty special. So we are finished with our Torrey Pines. We have the sign here for you to remember. And now again, we're turning left. We've done all left-hand turns. And where are we going to? We are going back to Lakeshore North. Now we do have an opportunity to walk the golf course. You can walk or run the golf course, but that's when the golfers are not playing golf. Why? Because you don't want to get hit with a golf ball, do you? And you could be hit by a golf ball. So one of the things that you do is there are exact times for different months when you can still be walking the golf course. And those times are on the entryway to the golf course. So we're just going to go look at one of those sheets for you or signs for you. Now, of course, in the winter time, people are going to be starting golfing early because we have some warm temperatures here, August and September in particular. People will be out probably at 6 o'clock golfing, teeing off. But in the winter time, it could be 10 o'clock. So what you want to do as a walker is you want to find out what those times are per month. Now we're in November. I think the time is to 10 o'clock, but we'll have to look and see if I'm correct about that. Hi. Now, our last park that we haven't seen yet, this would be park number 6. And this park is one of my favorite parks, and it is called Sandy Point Beach. And you can see why it's called Sandy Point, because there is a point to the park, and it's sandy, and you can see that there's a lovely bench there. We have newer bathrooms. We have, oh, I haven't mentioned, in every one of our parks, we have a collection of pooper bags and a garbage can for pooper bags. You see some kids swinging on the play equipment. Now we're still on Lakeshore North, and what's so perfect about this particular area on Lakeshore North is the fact that it is flat. This is where you can get 1.5 miles in of no hills. Then you can turn around and do 1.5 miles back. And guess what? You've got yourself a 3-mile flat walk in the Sierra foothills, which is quite an accomplishment. And of course, we have trees on certain sides of the roads. So when it's hot, you're going to want to plan your walk where you're going to get some shade while you're walking. And we have a beautiful array right over here on my right-hand side. Lots of pretty red. So we're going to step off of Lakeshore North for just a second. We're going to go up Hickory Way and show you the message that says when you can walk the golf course. So we're going to bump ourselves over on the sand here, and we're going to zoom in on when you can walk the golf course right here. Hi there.
Hello.
We've got some golfers behind us. Hi.
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 How's it going?
Good. We're doing our video show every week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, well, let me get my good side.
Okay, there we go. And we also have some bathrooms here on the golf course too. So what time is November? Let me look. Is November till 10 o'clock? December is till 9:45. and November is until 9 o'clock. So we're leaving Hickory Way. We're getting back on Lakeshore North. And we're almost finished to where our 4-mile loop is complete. All right, the houses on the left-hand side are on the lake, and the homes on the right-hand side are on the golf course. We've got some deer crossing the street, which is something you have to kind of keep an eye on. Now I'm just going to pull in right here and tell you a story. One time I had broken my wrist. And when I broke my wrist, I was a runner and a walker, and I had it in a sling. And my husband would go off to work, and then I'd put my shoes on, my running shoes, my walking shoes, but I couldn't tie them because I only had one hand. So one day I decided I'm not going to wait around for this. So what I ended up doing is I walked down my street of Woodhaven. I sat on this rock and I was ready for a walk, except my shoes were not tied. So I wondered, if I sat here for a few minutes during a popular time of walking around the lake, how long would it take me for somebody to stop and help me out? And that's what I did. 3 minutes went by. Some total strangers came up, and I said, with my arm in a sling, "Excuse me, but could you help me and help me tie my shoes so I could go for a walk?" And they said, "Of course." And you don't know how many times I did that there were people who stopped to tie my shoes for me so I could go for a walk. And then as I was going around the lake, they would say, "Oh dear, did we tie your shoes tight enough for you? Do you need an adjustment?" And that's what it's like at Lake of the Pines. It is such a friendly place, and it is such an easy place for people to be active. If I'm 85 years old or I'm 21 years old, I can walk on this trail. Or if I want to run on the trail, I can. And it's just so easy to just leave your house and come and do a walk. And as it is in the fall, a walk in the colorful side of Lake of the Pines in Auburn, California. I'm CJ Jenkins from Century 21 Cornerstone. I would love to answer any questions that you have about Lake of the Pines in Auburn, California. My number is 530-906-4715, 530-906-4715. I'd love to take you on a walk, to take you for a golf cart ride, and to share all of the info about Lake of the Pines, any questions you may have. So I hope you enjoy the fall where you are and that you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.